This band? I like this band. I wrote it down so I don't forget who they are. Oh, I remember. Fucking Slap! We're back, Metal Horror Madness. Another episode with some of my favorite people in the world. We've hung out in Worcester, not Worcester. It's pronounced Worcester. What's wrong with you people? We hung out in Milwaukee, and they had to console me in Milwaukee because my voice got a little banged up because I was so busy screaming in everybody's face. And they were like, Madman, you got to calm down. It's hot out here. I'm like, it's hot right here. They're like, you're jumping around. You're screaming for everybody. You're filming videos. I do videos with everybody's moms. Why can't I do videos out in public with everybody? So I just rolled with the punches, and I hobbled along, and I made everybody happy, including myself. I got all the attention I needed and deserved, and I announced these son of a bitches on stage. On stage, that would be the place to do it. I was kind of hoping they weren't playing by the garbage cans or something. That would have been embarrassing.
Yeah.
I fly all the way out there, and I have to jump in a garbage can like Oscar the Grouch. No, they went up there. They destroyed it. They opened the Milwaukee Metal Fest. I opened it with my little banter. I'm not trying to flex or anything. We opened it together. We've traveled the world. We're conquering the world. This is the real deal. That was one of the hardest sets I've ever seen in my life. They came out swinging and swinging. And if they missed somebody, I swung at those people. And it was a jolly good time. Everybody, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure and joy in life to introduce 6Five6. How we doing, boys?
Oh,
Great.
yeah.
Great. Thank you.
I like to do a calm intro so we build up the episode. I start really light.
Calm intro.
Calm, yeah.
I start really light, and then what we do is we get to that point where I get rowdy and loud. It is a pleasure. Hung out with these dudes, real people, real people. We had real conversations. They weren't fake They weren't industry conversations. We weren't trying to one-up one another and trying to show how cool we are, even though we are. We really are, especially the Sleeveless Club. Like, that's the way we got to do these things.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like a man. I can feel the juices flowing through my balls again. Guys, you know what I think I should do is shut up for a second, and I think we should do some introductions, let them know who you are, what you do for the band. I don't need to know what you do in your personal life. You could be sickos for all I know. I don't need to hear that. Keep that to yourself. Yeah. Let us know who you are, what you do. I'm going to take a sip of this energy because I need energy, clearly. If there's a guy that needs more energy and caffeine, it should be this guy.
Makes sense.
Always need more. You always need more.
My
name is Brandon. I sing. Well, sing. I do vocals.
Hey, you sing and do vocals and you deliver, and you have an amazing stage presence, and that's the biggest thing.
Thank you.
And I will shut up at one point, let everybody talk, but you'll see on here I do a lot of talking because I like to hear myself talk. Your stage presence is amazing. It's commanding. You're showing complete confidence. You didn't look like a guy that was nervous. At a festival that size with those bands, don't sell yourself short at all, ever.
Thank you. Thank you. I try, so...
You do.
Thank you.
There is no try. I watched Star Wars with that little green goblin guy. Do or do not.
There is no try. Yeah.
Next, please.
I guess I'll go.
Yeah.
Kai, play guitar, the band dad. So cool.
That's how, if I was selling myself, that's how I'd be like, Metal Horror Madman. I like lamps. I like rocks. See you later.
That's literally
you're up there shredding, dude. You're up there shredding. You're networking with the Madman. You're doing a lot of things. You're bringing a lot of positive energy. You're great at what you do also. All of you up there with complete confidence and complete just annihilating, destroying that venue. And last but not least, even though we're missing a couple of people, because they're too good to show up to my fancy podcast with my production values and my producers and everything.
I'm Sean. I do rhythm guitar, I guess.
Listen, guys, come on. What are we doing here?
Come on, have a little bit more, Sean, come on.
I don't got the throat in me to scream like you, man.
Makes sense.
And this is why I love these guys, because you guys are all real. You really are. You're humble. I'm humble, too, but nobody knows it clearly because I'm obnoxious. It's my thing. It's what I do. It's what I like. I need attention at all times. Milwaukee Metal. Actually, let me go way back before that. How'd you guys meet each other? what got you to start this band?
I guess that's a me.
Yeah.
These guys
Oh,
are a little newer.
Okay.
So way back, Rich. This kind of came together, I guess, that right before COVID. I was jamming with another guy, and I was in and I used to nuts like two people. I mean, we're in Slapknutz. This
Talk
my cover
louder.
band.
You're
Yeah.
cutting out a little on us.
Oh,
Yeah. Talk
I'll
louder.
talk
Yeah.
It's okay.
yeah,
Again,
no,
it's new to you
yeah.
guys. And
You might,
this
you might
is
want
the
to
guy
turn
to
off
practice
noise
with.
suppression.
See, I don't know what that even means. This is technology I
Uh,
can't even fucking fathom. Right now.
Kai, you might want to turn off noise suppression.
Yeah.
On my
Yeah.
AirPods.
Yeah.
No, on Discord.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
my-
Well,
How do I
Discord
do that?
automatically has noise suppression on, and it cuts you off.
dork.
Hey, he
Noise
saved the episode. I'm gonna send
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
I didn't. I'm sorry, I could not listen to that for another minute.
Yeah. No, I was not.
I was
Yeah.
holding
Hate
off
to
for-
interrupt.
You guys know me as I'm just.
I
who
saw the look
am.
in your eyes.
But I was
Me
like,
too.
"Son of a bitch, what are we doing here?" It's guys. Honestly, this is what it's all about here, and it's better to come here as I'm growing this thing, and we're all learning together. It's like a Mr. Rogers
Yeah,
episode.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, really, it's good. You're with the madman here. You should have seen an episode I just did with Torn Open. Fucking love Torn Open. Sick Deathcore. But fucking great. We went. You know, you little son of a bitches, when I aired that up. I told them, it took me 20 minutes. I was pulling teeth from them until we all got our flow. And that's just what's going to happen on here, too. You just get more and more comfortable. It's just how this works. It's new. We're all good.
Mhm.
You were I think you mentioned Slapknutz, too. Were you talking about? I did hear that. Now
Oh, now he's muted. Oh my god.
So
As you can
6Five6
tell,
started around the COVID era. When I started, actually, Metal
Is it
or
better now?
Madman. Now I
you
just
can
Is it
heard
better
hear
now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I fixed it. Okay, my sensitivity
did?
was
Good
all the way up.
job.
You did!
There we go. All right.
I'm not
All
the
right.
caveman
All right.
right
All
now.
right.
Yeah. So 2019, that was the rough time. I was in another band, and then I was in Slapknutz with another guy, John. We were a two-piece Slapknutz Slipknot fiasco thing. We literally would just go up there in jumpsuits playing to a track. Most ghetto fucking way to play ever. And I would go up there and we did like 3 shows like that, and they were actually
Amazing.
like decent. We made some money from it, and it was pretty cool. Like we got tips. I don't know how
Wow.
people like that, but
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
and Rich, I met him on Band Mix that summer, and had to come out for a audition for Slapnuts initially. We had a show at Toad's Place at the end of October. This like the fall of 2019. So we had a show at Toad's Place in October. And I was like, Rich, you should come out to it and jam with Sean Gaynor and I and stuff. We'll do it. And then he was just like, oh, I'm on vacation. So I was like, okay, this dude's a flake, but he's obviously not. I found out later on he was, had vacation and got to know him better. And we started 6Five6 in 2020 with many other people, and then that fell through. We reformed again. That lineup fell through, and then we reformed again, and that like kind of worked, and then it didn't. But we kind of really got this going again in 2022, 2023 time frame. That's where we met. Brandon was 2024 actually, right at the beginning of the year. Met him, and his first show was Toad's Place with a
Wow.
packed crowd. So
On my birthday, actually.
yeah,
On my birthday.
That's
Yeah.
sick, dude. That's an iconic venue. That is crazy. Your first show.
Yeah.
and then later that year we met Sean. He joined on May of 2024, and Dom, the drummer, he used to be in a different role of the band. He was actually the crazy sample guy that would just go run around and go ape shit. Kind of what he does in Slapknutz essentially is he like goes ape shit, and
Yeah.
it's a kid that likes crowd surfs. He did that for us for a little while there, and then he upgraded to a drummer. So now he's a drummer, and we just we're all in Slapknutz, so we're pretty much Slap and Six all together all the time. It's funny. It's cool how it works.
It's a crazy. I mean, some takeaways here. I wonder where you went on vacation. I hope it was somewhere tropical because it sucks up
was.
here in New England. Good. That's my first thing I had to get off my chest. Second, this is what bands need to know that are coming up. Shit isn't easy, right? Shit is not easy. It's not going to go easy. No one's going to tap you on the shoulder when you have lineup changes. No one's going to swoop in and save the day. It's going to get rocky. You're going to doubt yourself. You're going to start second guessing things. You've just got to keep going. And this is an example of a band that just keeps going, and you could see it. You could see the passion. You could see what you're bringing to the table. Multiple bands at once is psychotic. I love it. That's my type of mentality. It's just doing what you got to do, and you draw people. You draw people with this combination, and I can't stress enough. I've seen so many bands and creators that quit, which just breaks my heart. People I came up with when I had no followers and nothing going on, and you just watch them go away because like things were tough. They had maybe some traction, and then something, they get a setback, and they just give up. It's not going to happen. I can't do this. What makes you guys, like, this was a lot to hear. I actually may need therapy from this because I am a fucking ball of stress 24/7. What's the drive to be doing 2 bands, lineup changes, and then like going to Milwaukee Metal? That's a lot of shit. What keeps you motivated?
A lot of things do. I think just the love of music, the love of what we do, and
I
our
hate
music.
working.
Yeah, same. Yeah, pretty much. That also plays a big factor.
For me, it's my ego. I love the attention. Every Slayer that gets yelled to me, my ego grows even more. Also, some other things grow when I see a metal mom. That's not for this episode, guys. That's for the Valentine's Day episode. This episode is about all of you.
I agree.
Thank you. We don't need to hear my debauchery right now. So you guys have this determination. Nothing stops you. You're balancing 2 bands. How did Milwaukee come? I mean, that was just when I was going to Milwaukee. I was going to Milwaukee because I had talked to Brat. And Brat was going there. And I said to them, I'm going to get on an airplane like a big boy because I was only on one once. And I'm tired of being a fucking pussy. So I got on the airplane. But before I got to the airplane, you guys were like, do you want to announce me? And I'm like, I'm one of those universe people. Maybe I'm just a crazy person. That's probably the real thing. But I'm one of those universe people where I'm like, it's all just a weird thing. And there we were in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
How'd you guys get involved with that?
So a guy that books Slapknutz for a couple of years, Opus, people might know him. He's in Cro-Mags, and he's a drummer, and Dead by Wednesday, Earth, Black Sabbath tribute. He's been booking us for many years. He has associated with Jamie Josta. They were looking for some up and coming bands, so he gave us a shout, and we jumped on it. So
sick. How were your nerves for that?
Pretty bad. Yeah, I was pretty nervous for that one.
Actually, like, I was like okay up until like 2 or 3 minutes prior, because I was like, all right, cool. Like, if everyone's here, awesome. If there's hardly anyone here, all right, fine. And then within like 2 or 3 minutes of us like on stage, everyone just piled inside, and I was like, oh shit, like, oh my, like, there's so many people here. And like every show, like, I get like anxious-ish, where I'm like, oh cool, and like I get to do this again, but like I'm not like afraid. I'm not scared. I was scared right before that set. I was like, yo, there's so many people here. But I like that, like, as like a motivator, because then it's like, oh, like we have to put on a show. Like, there's so many people here. It like we just have to kill it.
Hey, you heard me backstage. Like, if you guys would have sucked, we talked backstage before the show. I was gonna walk the fuck out, get right back on the plane, ruin the whole fucking vacation, get out of the festival, blame you guys, shut down my account, and just go fuck myself. But instead, you delivered, and you couldn't see any nerves up there. You know, you guys were in the zone backstage. You guys had it. I saw it in your eyes. I wasn't worried. I was fucking, and I know what you're talking about, because when I was trying to get there, that fucking hurricane that happened. Anyone that doesn't know Milwaukee, it's 95 degrees and sunny, and then it's 35 fucking degrees and a tornado, and it's fucking psychotic.
And it's pouring.
pouring. And I'm going, I got to announce them on stage. I have so much time. And then it's just pouring. And no Ubers couldn't get an Uber. Nobody would come.
Really?
I get there, and now I don't think I'm in Milwaukee. I don't know what this brand is. You know what I mean? I know my local scene, and I know some other stuff. And we get there, and I'm like, okay, no big deal. I'll be on stage, not a problem. And we start walking down where everybody's like waiting in line to get inside, where they open the gates. And what starts happening? Fucking Slayer! Fucking Slayer! And the showman that I am, see, I don't tell you guys this beforehand. I'm just like, I was having a hard time getting there. No, I'm a showman. I can't just not do that back. I'm crawling like a crab. I'm doing kicks and shit. And then I am on there, though. I was stressed the fuck out. I'm like, I'm not going to get in time. I don't know the venue. I was there the night before, but everything was closed. You know, it was just the one stage was like running. I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, yeah.
And I was so glad when I got to do it. And thank you for the invite, because it was amazing. I loved it. I had the time of my life. It was the cleanest thing I ever did on stage. I was being so well behaved. See, you guys don't know this stuff. I'm not even going to tell you the shit, the ideas I had, but out of respect for you in Milwaukee and your appearance, I kept it in, and then you guys came and delivered. I mean, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. People, if I was not into it, I just politely disappear. You know what I mean? I'm never going to badmouth a band. I'm never going to put someone down trying to do something. You guys got me amped. The good thing and the bad thing is you got me so fucking amped that I was out of control for 2 days. I was out of, I don't know how they didn't throw me out of that place. But I want to know, you guys had, I went from going in there to people knowing me to like the whole fucking place, the bartenders and shit, and everyone's telling me like take a Jack and Coke. Like I became like a myth in there. It was like a mythical fucking creature. And if you guys don't have me on there, I fed off that energy. I fed off that performance and that East Coast fucking brutality coming over to the Midwest and just showing them how we do things. You guys know I was talking about that the whole time, and just fucking punching the Midwest in the face and going, we're as rough and tough as anybody. So destroyed it. I fucking jumped during that set. I was drenched in sweat. I was fucking so pumped from your set. You guys did amazing. I really mean it. And big things are just going to keep coming. I mean, you guys, you're fucking tight up there. You sound like a band that's been together, not with all the lineup changes, for 10 years. Like, I saw no flaws in that set.
Dude, thank you. Thank you, man. There were flaws, but I mean, you know, we were going to notice that better. Yeah.
Okay, how do you...
As long as you didn't notice it.
Yeah, right?
That's the biggest issue. If we notice it, it's one thing. But if the crowd notices, that's another thing.
They didn't notice shit. And if they had a problem with it, I would have straightened them out and fixed their opinions for them. But what I'm saying is, how do you guys... I had a problem. I've overcome this problem. Still comes up a little bit. But I had a problem like when I would announce a band on stage or when I go to an event and something would go wrong and nobody would notice but me. I will beat myself up to the point of it's psychotic after the show. You fucking asshole, you missed this, you didn't do that, that didn't happen. And then people started saying to me, nobody noticed. Nobody. They were hyped. They loved it. How do you handle it when something goes wrong and you're not sure if they notice or not?
Ooh, that's tough. I mean... You just kind of roll with it. Yeah, just roll with the punches.
Yeah,
you can't. The one thing is, you can't stop playing. You have to play no matter what. If you stop playing, everyone's gonna notice something's wrong.
Yeah,
you just keep going, and it's like, okay, well, you'll find yourself back eventually.
I'm smirking.
Yeah,
like, great answer. Sorry, I'll shut up in a second. I promise. I'm just smirking because I watched that on stage with a band I really like, and they fucked up and just stopped, and I'm like, no. Do not.
Oh, no.
If the pain we felt as fucking viewers, I couldn't imagine what was going on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I couldn't. I wouldn't. No. That is out of the question.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, literally stopped in a good 30 to 40 seconds to recalibrate. And I'm like,
whoa, that's way too long.
No.
And this is a good band I have mad respect for. And I just go like, it was like a meltdown. It was a meltdown that happened. And I'm like, even if you ended that song and just kicked into a new one, no one's going to care. No one's going to notice. No one's going to give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the moment of sacrifice that kills everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep.
That's nuts. But yeah, no, like, I don't really, like, if I hear it, if like, oh, like, I just messed something up, or anyone else, like it's just kind of like we're all there, like having fun. Like it's not a play where we like have to read all these
Right.
lines and we have to do all these things. I kind of see it as we're all just like having fun, like almost like a party. We're all just partying, and
Yep.
we're just up there playing songs. Like it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be like 100% right all the time. We're all just up there having fun. We're all if it happens, it happens. Whatever.
That's the way you got to be. And that stuff, again, I love when we talk about the stuff for bands just starting, because then they hear all the things and what not to do and what to do. And that you just got to keep. That's what I had to tell myself. I had a thing. I was at a show and I was like, I always say like that. I was the most, I'm always out of control. I'm just hyper energy, and I fucking go and I'm screaming my Slayers, and I'm in the pit, and everything's going. And the band, a bigger band's on stage, and they're shouting me out, and I'm like, I'm in a bad place, I'm at, because now I'm in that fucking like I'm invincible. I am invincible, and I'm running screaming Slayers, and someone dropped a beer, and I slipped on the fucking beer like a banana peel, and went up in the
shit.
fucking air and
my
came
God.
smashing down, and instead of just getting up and being like which would have been the most badass thing, I got up and I was like, fuck my life. I'm done. I'll never come back here.
Aww.
And all my followers were like, and I came up and I'm like, I fell, guys. And they're like, it's all right. Who gives a shit? Like, you're Metal Horror Madman. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
But it's the only
Yeah.
way. That's how you learn, right? Like, that's the only way you learn is I took it to mistakes are going to happen, right? Mistakes are going to happen. And from what you guys are saying and what I'm saying is just power through that moment, tighten up next time. Be tight. Don't be like a metal mom. You got to be tight. Again, wrong podcast. So you guys know
you're
A few of them are.
There's still someone's out there, right, ladies? You can show me at the New England Death Metal Fun Time Bonanza. Bring your moms, everybody. I'll inspect them for them free of charge. That's a free service. That's a free. Hey, Eric from Bonginator, do you mind? Do you mind if I do some? Eric, just let me do some inspections. So with their consent.
Put the stirrups up and fucking.
Eric's now like, so he'll have my fucking picture everywhere. Do not let this asshole in the venue. So you guys overcome adversity. You get things going. We're talking a lot about the live stuff. Tell me about the songwriting process. Who contributes? I've talked to bands. Some bands love making new music. Other bands are like, I just want to be on stage. I wish I never had to record music again. How do you guys feel about all of it?
Recording is like our best asset. We do that a lot. We always come to the clutch in the studio. We can pull together really well and we tighten up all the stuff and all the screws, and it's a really good environment for us. You write stuff. Currently a lot of the stuff that's going out has just been written for years now. We're just kind of catching up. It's because the lineup changes.
Oh
but
yeah.
Actually,
Yo,
we got
he can explain
here!
more.
It's some type of like pickle creature or something. I'm trying to judge the
Yeah.
Pickle Rich.
Pickle Rich is here, everybody. You think
Pickle Rich?
Pickle Rick
That
can
was like
suck
the
my
perfect
junk.
time
This
for
is
Rich to
Pickle
join.
Rich. Rich, how
Pickle
you doing,
Rich.
man? Rich, you got to give me an intro, who you are, what you do. We did all this with everybody already. They did impress me. And actually, they were being a little lackluster at first. Now they're fucking getting in their groove, and they're letting everybody. They put their fucking balls on the table like men, and I respect that. I don't want to see any balls, but you got to do what you got to do.
I think Rich's audio isn't working.
I don't think.
Is your audio on, Rich?
Yeah.
I love it. This is what we're gonna do. Do you have a pen and paper? And I will read in Metal Horror Madman voice.
Just write everything down.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, now we can. Yeah.
Nice.
You did, and don't worry. I told them this is the practice podcast. When you go on a professional podcast, we all get out what not to fucking do on here. So no worries at all.
Okay, I'm glad.
Yes.
How's it going?
It's going
Introduce
pretty
yourself.
good.
I'm Rich, by the way, in case you guys didn't know.
What do you do in the band?
Oh my god.
Bass.
That is good. I'm glad. I'm glad you remembered what you did. What is going on?
Yeah.
Do we? Are we talking to band? Or well, let's just do stuff in general. How I'm doing? I'm doing well. I'm good. I made a nice pasta sauce earlier. I picked some basil from my garden. I chopped up some tomatoes. I'm
you
glad
go.
you're
There
all
you
here
go.
and you're as dysfunctional as me. I'm just busting balls. Don't worry about anything. We got 4/5 of the crew here. We've been talking about Milwaukee Metal Fest. We talked about mistakes on stage, mistakes in life. Apparently, they think it's wrong for me to inspect metal moms at fucking events. I disagree with them. I agree with myself. And then we're just talking about recording. I believe that's what we were talking about, right? Recording music.
Yeah.
We got some old songs.
Yeah.
And they don't sound old. It sounds current.
Yeah, they're updated a little bit for the current
That's
lineup
a good
for sure.
thing. I'm glad you did update them. Don't do songs that sound like 20 years ago. Not a good thing.
Yeah, no, I think all the songs on the EP, I think, were done since like early, like 2024, maybe.
Wow.
Like, yeah, like all those songs like have been done. We've like only played them live, or people have only heard them live.
Yep.
So it's like, all right, we now have the opportunity to like be in the studio. Like, let's get all these songs out that we've had, that all of them have had for years now. Let's just, put them out. And then there's so much stuff too, like in the pipeline that like, yeah. So it's nice having just all the old songs out. So now the people can hear them, at home or, not at a club live,
It's also nice to have a pipeline and have stuff stacked up. And with my content or my podcast here, there's nothing better knowing you have stuff ready to go, right, that you could keep getting from. The worst thing I hate is when I just get lazy and there's nothing, and I'm like, oh, shit, I've recorded nothing. I don't know what I'm going to do. Throw the wig on, shake your ass, look hot as a guy or a girl, because that's just what I am. Haters, you can fucking hate. You wish your girl looked as hot as fucking me, okay? And I got the fucking cock to prove it. What I want to know from you four gentlemen, one thing, two different things. For this band, who's your biggest metal influence? What band is your biggest non-metal influence? And how have they melded into this band?
Ooh.
That's interesting.
That's a good question.
Oh yeah, I like that one a lot. Rich, yeah, answer that one first.
What was your question?
So,
Oh god.
two bands, one metal, one non-metal, that you find inspiration for 656.
I mean, that's a really good question, actually.
I'll break the ice one quick. Two bands that influenced me, one metal. Fucking Slap!
Yeah, your mic cut out because you were so loud.
And number two, Duran Duran. I love
Duran,
breaking
oh,
the
no, yeah.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, nice.
All right, like we'll break the ice. Duran Duran, Hungry Like the Wolf, Rio, Electric Barbarella. I like to dance. When you got the moves, you got the moves. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, God, I like so much music. I grew up with like everything, like a lot of like hip hop and rap, like a lot of pop, R&B. Like I didn't get into like heavier music or like hard music until I was like 9 or 10 years old. But for like all the writing, I mean, I only do all the lyrics and stuff. Damn, a lot of like a lot of hardcore bands Knocked Loose. I like how they tackle more of like the personal stuff, like
Yeah.
for any kind of lyrics. I think or any like band, any kind of genre, I think they should be real. It shouldn't only be, oh, like we need words over music. No, like you
Right.
should like you should have an idea, or it could be like expression. You know, if you're like having a hard time and it's like, oh, like I'm gonna write about this and then hopefully I'll feel better after. Or if it's more of an outside world thing where there are things I see that like upset me, or that, you know, I feel like I have a response to. So like I take from a lot of like a lot of Knocked Loose, a lot of Slipknot. I'm a huge Corey Taylor fan. I think it should be, you know, open and honest. You know, don't like hide anything, or don't, you know, just say, oh, we need words over this. I'm just gonna write something down and it's gonna stick, and I'm gonna say that. You know, ask them. I take forever with all my lyrics because it has to be real. Like I just won't say something because, oh, I have to say something over this part. If like I don't feel it, or like I don't think it's like honest or anything, then I don't want to say it. I don't want other people hearing this because, you know, like it's not true.
That's a good way to be. You didn't answer the question, so I'm going to circle back.
Oh,
Who's your number one?
I said Slipknot. I said Slipknot.
All right, we'll
I
put
said Slipknot.
By the way, did you guys go to Knocked Loose Slipknot in Mansfield?
No,
Oh,
no,
It was
No.
sick as fuck. It was so good.
really. God damn, I wanted to.
I caused a scene there, and people couldn't get to their seats for Knocked Loose. Because
Yeah, I believe it.
I was getting stalked by the followers, and they all fucking ambushed me. And the people I was with fucking ran away. I was like, where the fuck is everybody? Everybody's going to want me fucking dead right now. So Slipknot, number one, great fucking choice. Amazing band. I don't understand when people give them any fucking hate. Love that fucking band so much. I love
Oh yeah,
everything they
I can
do.
go on
They
and on
hype
and on
you
about
up.
them forever.
So that's our one metal / extreme music band. Who's your non? So you said some rap.
Oh,
My favorite rap artist, just to interrupt you again, because that's what I do. It's got to be my boy Luda. I love me some Ludacris. I'm old school. I don't know what to tell you.
Ludacris, yeah. Me,
That's very surprising.
honestly, I have to be that guy. Eminem.
Yeah.
Eminem. I am a
Hey.
huge fan of Eminem.
I was not expecting that from Brandon.
It's really wow. No, it's in all of his earlier stuff. He was very like provocative. Like he was saying things that had people going like, bro, you can't say that on a CD. Like people like are gonna hear this. And my whole life, like I like that ideology where like he's not really like hurting anyone. Like yeah, like there's like a bunch of teasing and, you know, but like he's not saying, oh, like I hate like all these groups of people, or, you know, perform like hate acts of hate and all that shit. It's just he went against, you know, like a lot of the common themes that were like happening that I was really young then. But that whole ideology is something that I'm just so interested in. That whole, you know, like, you know, I'm not going to listen to you, you know, like I feel X, Y, and Z, and here's why, you know.
It's something that we've lost. It's counterculture. And I was, as a veteran, as a 48-year-old, I was around during the Eminem versus Insane Clown Posse wars. They hated each other.
Yeah.
And they were both pushing limits. And people, like even Cannibal Corpse here, right? People don't understand. Or another one I think of is one of my favorite fucking rappers, Ice-T, and I was a big Body Count guy when Cop Killer came out and shit. And I'm like, people aren't understanding. They're purposely pushing the boundaries just to say we have freedom of speech, and you're not going to like what I'm saying. I'm going to make you uncomfortable, and you have the right to rebuttal that in your music and come back at me. And I really, it's something that's really starting to bother me in the scene as people get so obsessed with politics on both sides. And as we see, it's the same fucking outcome. No matter what asshole is fucking supposedly running the country, everybody just wants fucking wars all the time. I ain't cool with that, but I like fucking people that just say what they need to say Hence the way I am on social media, right? I say some pretty fucking wacky shit, and I'm clearly not out fucking railing all the metal moms and fucking going to schools punching superintendents in the fucking dick. I'm just pushing boundaries. I'm pushing boundaries because I want to show that I'm still like that. I ain't changing. That's just the way it is. So I get what you're saying, and there's a meaning in showing people that you should be allowed to say what you want, whether you like it or not. Don't listen to it if you don't like it, right? That's how I feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Next,
if you don't like it, then
fuck off, right?
it's an
Change
option.
the channel. If people it's like me when if I get one negative comment, I'm like, just fucking drop dead or something. What do I give a fuck about? Get the fuck away from me. Turn off my thing. Unfollow me. I'll have somebody when I push boundaries, and they'll go unfollow, and I'm like, bye, shithead. I hope you fucking fall off a fucking bridge today. What do I give a fuck? I'm going to be me. I've got to be me. Okay, we got to stay the course here. Who wants to go next? Your metal extreme band and then your non-metal extreme band. And Brandon, that was awesome. I'm probably going to clip that. I'm probably going to steal a lot of that and say I said it, but.
Cool, yeah, fine.
Just plagiarize.
Yeah, why not? Everybody else is. That's all social media is. One of you is going to go next. One of you three motherfuckers is going to be, let's do this. There's no wrong answers. No wrong answers.
This is a pretty easy one for me for extreme or like metal band. I mean, pretty obvious. I mean, what I'm going to pick here. Everyone in this band probably knows it. I'm obviously going to pick like System of a Down. No, I'm just fucking with you. My favorite. No,
I was so confused for a second.
No,
you do not listen to System. What the fuck?
I like them. I like them. But like my favorite metal band of all time is gonna be fucking Slayer. Fucking Slayer. You know.
That's the fucking band. That's the fucking band. If my lighting was good, we could show my fucking tattoo. But I don't know what I'm doing here, and it's pronounced fucking. I'm not gonna do that again. Okay, Slayer.
Yeah, I used to. Fun fact: I used to hate Slayer for when I was a kid. I got into Metallica first. And I was like, oh, these guys suck, you know. And then I saw them at Big Four Yankee Stadium and changed my life forever. So like seeing Gary Holt.
Yo, and
Gary Holt.
I couldn't get into Slayer when I was young. When I was like fucking 11 and 12, someone handed me Seasons in the Abyss, and I was like, this is fucking way too advanced. This is so fucking heavy for me, right? I was listening to Ozzy and Dio and stuff like that. So when I get what you're saying, and then I got addicted to them because out of the Big Four, that's just that's the most metal band there always will be, right? The fans are rabid. There's assholes like me fucking inciting riots. It's a jolly good time. So you win the contest if I was giving a trophy. You win.
Cool. Yeah. If I'll be more specific, actually, Gary Holt is the reason I got into Slayer. When I saw him get the Big Four, he like sold me on them. Just seeing him perform just like really sold me. And then getting into Jeff's writing. And fucking Exodus 2 is right up there with me. So like... You know, he's a big influence on me.
He's a legend, and that's of all the shit in my social media, of all the shit I've accomplished, all the fucking crowds of ass, all the shit I've done. My biggest thing ever was still at the Palladium when they started playing Rain and Blood Exodus, and I started screaming Slayers at the top of my lungs, and he started looking at me, and he made the face like, holy fucking shit, this is out of fucking control. And then we had everybody around me screaming Exodus stopped for like 3 seconds. They were just like, the fuck is going on here? Slayer's not even playing.
That's so cool.
It was the greatest shit in my life. And now I'm mutuals with him on Instagram, and I can't explain what that means to me. I am, as you can hear, I'm like a little kid about it. So I get it.
That's so cool.
He's such a role model. He overcame a lot of shit, you know, addictions, and he just keeps going. He's a great fucking guy, a real guy. Great answer. I'm curious now who your non-metal band is.
Yeah. Oh, you said the Palladium show with Exodus. Rich and I were actually at that Palladium show in November.
Sick.
So we saw. Yeah, we were there. We heard you do the Slayer thing. We were like in the middle of the crowd. We heard you do it.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
I'm a psycho. I like attention.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah.
I know. I figured that out once you told me who your favorite band is. Now I know who the fucking nutjob is of the group.
So I have one, I guess, that you guys could take seriously or not, and then I have like an actual one. No, Primus is still, I consider them like metal, hard, you know, on the harder side, but Clowncore. Clowncore is a pretty big influence. At least in the band, there's actually a section of a song that's based kind of loosely from them. So like I would put Clowncore up there if you want like a legitimate answer for that. I'd probably say like either Frankie Goes to Hollywood or U2 or something.
That-
Which is, I know
those
U2 is a little
references.
freaking, little weird, but
Yeah, I
I
mean,
like them personally.
I fucking despise them, but I respect you saying that. I fucking,
Yeah.
as a child of the 80s, every time that Pretentious Assholes video came on MTV fucking video,
Yeah.
I lost a part of my soul. But no disrespect to you because we all like
Yeah,
different stuff
yeah.
and what we like. And that's what the only band I will not allow people to tell me anytime I do these is Five Finger fucking Fruit Punch with their brass fucking microphone.
Yes!
I don't
Yes!
care.
Oh my God.
Yes! Yes!
The biggest shit out
Rich,
there.
you're
I could take a
Thank
shit that sounds
you.
better than them.
No
Oh,
way.
Rich is about to
Rich, you gotta
leave.
defend
Rich is
yourself.
about to walk out of
Rich
here.
is cooked.
Rich is done. He does not want to do this anymore.
Rich, it's okay. But just because I don't like them and I've spent my whole social media career bad mouthing them.
No, nobody likes them. It is okay. Nobody likes them. I used to really, really, really like them. Like, I was a big fan of them
Yep.
until they just got, I hate to say it, like, I'm not a bigot. They got real gay. Their music got real bad, real gay.
Yo, and Metal Horror Madman Lore. I own the first 2 fucking CDs. I was like, this is some
So do
fresh
I,
shit
yeah.
at the time, right? And then it just went so downhill and so cringe. And it became that band that's like, we're better than everybody. I'm like, you're fucking not. You were one riff fucking trick pony. We get cheesy fucking bullshit art. Like, and all that pro-military shit. They're not doing it because they give a shit. They're fucking just propagandizing their fan base so they can act like, and I'm not trying to put down everybody. If you're pro-military, not pro, I really don't give a fuck. I have my own opinions for myself. But I just fucking, it's not that I don't like them. Rich, it's not that I don't like them. I fucking despise them, and they make me sick to my fucking stomach. The thought of them existing, just talking about them right now, is destroying my soul. But anyway, Rich, let's go with you next. There's no judgment here.
No, at all.
And if it is your favorite metal band, more power to you in all seriousness, because I just have my opinions, and I will never stop telling people to listen to what they like to listen to. And I mean, I have people that'll come up to me and like, I don't fucking like Slayer. And I'm like, oh, good. What the fuck do I like? What do I give a shit? What do you want? I had a guy in Milwaukee and I'm screaming at Slayers and he was like making these faces. And okay, I'm not going to pick on this genre, anybody. This is not, don't take it fucking personally, but he was a big fucking power metal fan. And I was like, start fucking walking. Like, he's like, they're so aggressive. And I'm like, that's why I'm aggressive. And I put my arm right around him because that's just me. You guys know me. I just don't give a shit. And I was like what you like, but I don't give a fuck. And we're having a good time. So I'd probably keep it to yourself because my followers are fucking rowdy assholes. And I just want you to just fucking don't start bad mouthing shit. Because like with power, I'll listen to Halloween from time to time. Or I think there's a lot of talent. They play fast. Rhapsody, Blind Guard, these bands play fast. It's not my fucking thing. But I'm not going to have some fucking guy that's like talking about demons and fucking wizards and rescuing Zelda from the Dungeon Queen. School me on fucking Slayer. That shit ain't happening.
Zelda?
Rich, I fell off track here. Who are your metal extreme band and your non-metal extreme band? And again, no judgment. And if it's Five Finger, guys, I'm going to shut up and I'll just go,
No, it's not Five Finger. It's okay. So the number one band is Korn, primarily.
that's a great pick.
Yeah. If I can add another band in that one, it would be As I Lay Down too.
Those are 2 hard bands. And Korn, I love Korn Issues.
Yeah.
Is one of my favorite albums of all time. I just vibe with that album, and I know it's not their heaviest, and people will give me shit, but like that era of nu metal, and they had a song on Queen of the Damned soundtrack, the sequel to Interview with the Vampire. I'm a real fucking nerd over here, and it just that's a great soundtrack. It's got Static Wayne X is on it from Static X with his solo fucking. That whole album is great, but Korn, that makes me happy because that's another band people will give a lot of shit about, and I'm like, they came out, nu metal saved metal. At the time, the scene was dead. I mean, fucking legacy thrash bands couldn't fill fucking 50 seats. I'm not kidding. I was the only guy out of my friend group that stayed with metal. Everybody fucking bailed, and I was just like, ride the storm and accept the new stuff. And Korn Korn and they did that cover of One back in the day, which is so fucking
Oh
sick.
yeah.
Word
Love
Up.
that.
I like to play Word Up and shake my ass at the bar, and then the metal mom starts. They get waterfalls start happening when I do that. I've slipped and fell a couple of times, and I tell the ladies, you can't wear dresses or skirts around me. But so we have Korn. As I lie, who is your non-metal band?
I don't know if I can choose one, but I can do like half of one, half of another. I can
I'll
do
accept that
Prince
at this point.
Prince and Michael Jackson.
And honestly, those are the two. They're the same person. As a child of the 80s, those two were so fucking far above everybody. And they were fucking so at odds with each other. That's one of those examples where the competitiveness helped them both elevate everything to the next level. And Michael Jackson Thriller, I had on VHS. My neighbors, like, they copied it off MTV. The making of videos, like 11 minutes. I would watch that shit. That song, I will play a couple of times a week. It is so good. And then Prince, when he did the fucking Batman sound, there was no superhero movies back then. 89, the Batman thing comes out with Tim Burton. And I was like, Purple Rain, Purple Rain. It's a good song. Those are great choices. I didn't sing it as good as Prince. I get it, guys. Calm the fuck down. But what I'm saying is, you redeemed yourself about the 5-Finger Death Punch. Totally redeemed yourself. Amazing choices. Sick choices. I was not expecting that.
Okay. Cool.
Nothing's easy on here either. I like to bust balls. If you guys don't notice, I'm full of myself. I have to boost my ego and talk a lot. Thank you. And you guys know me on a personal level. They know the sensitive side of me. They know I'm a sensitive boy with feelings and compassion. All right, last but not least.
I love it.
You've had all this time, motherfucker. You better don't fuck this up, because you've had an hour here of us just rambling.
I honestly, I'm not. I have a good metal pick. The top metal band I would say is, for me, Megadeth.
Yeah.
I've been big into them for a few years, and Dave Mustaine, his writing has just been a huge influence for me. Like how Kai has Gary Holt, I have Dave Mustaine.
What's your favorite Megadeth album?
Oh, honestly, it might be So Far So Good So What.
That's a banger. That's my first Megadeth album. Santa Claus took his fat ass and jammed it down my chimney when I was a young man, and he left me So Far So Good So What on cassette. And that was another album, though, like, again, when you were just into the traditional metal and, the Ozzies and Alice Coopers and all this stuff, like, just seeing that album honestly intimidated. I was just like, this just looks like something I'm not going to be used to. And I played it. Changed my life through that album. And I'm a massive Megadeth fan. If I had to, there's the tattoo there. And
oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I got it there, and I got the fucking the little fucking green fucking plutonium fucking thing from Rust in Peace there. So I'm a big fan. I'm going to take this off because I'm sweating my balls off. So that's a home run pick. Home run pick. You're scaring me when you're beating around the bush. If it's a country song, I'm going to take this fucking laptop and smash it in half right now.
No. Okay. I wouldn't go that far. It's not that it's bad. I don't even know if it counts. Like, I would steal Brandon's pick, but I don't want to steal Eminem, because that's probably like one of the only things that I do listen to occasionally. I like, maybe not so more so the side of Eminem that Brandon said with the how real he was, but more so like some of the songs where he just wasn't taking anything seriously at all. Yeah, I think that was like just like a big thing for me. I just love shit like that, where it's like he's saying just nothing and he's just saying bullshit for like 3 minutes long. But a big influence for me that, I mean, it's kind of metal, but it's more so rock, is AC/DC. And I know that's like a basic bitch answer, but Angus Young is like the reason I started to play guitar. It's not. Again, if it was like fucking Tim fucking McGraw or fucking Achy Breaky Heart dipshit asshole country shit, I would end the podcast. Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, right. Huge fan of Morgan Wallen.
If you'd said Ed Sheeran with his fucking ukulele up his ass, that piece of shit, then I would have fucking lost my temper. But that's a good choice, because AC/DC, AC/DC, I have a love-hate relationship with because the stuff I love, I love. Because I'm old school, I can't like listen to Back in Black, and I've just heard it so many times. Or
Yeah.
You shook me so many times.
Yeah, me too.
And, right, and they're not a metal
know.
band. They're a rock band, and they'll tell you that. I love like fucking Touch Too Much. That song is like one of my fucking favorite songs of all time. Have a Drink on Me, my theme song, because I'm a piece of shit. Another great song. AC/DC, and then like the comeback with the Razor's Edge and Thunderstruck, like they like died for a while in the 80s. All the other glam bands were like fucking out there, and that type of music just went to the backside. And that was their comeback, and they had this great fucking career, and it's a legacy band. It's one of the most important bands ever were. And it's like any of the bands that get to that point at this stage, and there's a lot of my heroes at this stage, it becomes just like a corporation, right? It's like you go out, you tour, XYZ, but that band in its prime, that was as big as anybody, and they were just balls to the wall rock and roll. And then coming back with a different singer was impossible. Like Highway to Hell was blowing up in the late 70s. Like they should have just died after that. It should have been over. And reinvented themselves. I mean, when Hell's Bells comes on, for those about to rock, you get ready to like fucking punch a street sign in the fucking face.
Yeah.
The big thing with me about that is like, even like they died in the 80s practically for a bit,
Yep,
but
they
like
did.
some of their albums in the 80s, I mean, Fly on the Wall, like the only problem I have with
Amazing.
that album is it's great, but the production, I know people have said like the vocals on it are like way too
Yep.
not like muffled, but but like Flick of the Switch from
Flick of the
'83 was like
Switch.
my favorite album from them, and even Blow Up Your Video, like I fuck with that album a lot too.
And then I was fucking nuts for, even though it's a compilation, but it had a couple of new tracks, was Who Made Who? Who Made Who and Maximum Overdrive, and I got the VHS fucking somewhere back there with that Green Goblin truck. That album, to get both singers on that fucking album, and the best thing about that movie is Stephen King goes into an ATM machine and calls him an asshole, which is just hysterical to this day. Spoiler alert from a movie from '86. That's great though. And you find out don't you find out with a lot of the bands when they're kind of on the public like gets rid of them, but they have albums that you go back and listen to, and then it's like fresh to people because they didn't buy them. Like even Zeppelin with like the last couple of albums, In Through the Outdoor and Presence, they've got some fucking monster tracks on those albums that people just didn't hear. So I love when people go revisit bands that were kind of down and out with stuff. Deep Purple's another band like that. There's a lot of those bands that just have. It'll be like a new album to you for the people that don't want to hear fucking Back in Black 7,000 times in every fucking commercial or in their dad's fucking pickup truck when they go into Home Depot for $20 charcoal. Just had to get
Yeah, I've been there.
I feel you.
I feel your pain. Yep.
I was on a work Zoom conference call, and they don't know Metal Horror Madman. Like, I do not want to bring that to work. It's a corporate job. They do not need to know what that is. But they'd have me do stuff like anytime there's like something to do for the fucking, I don't know, employee week, like Rocker Joe would come out and I'd put on a fucking long-haired wig and just, so they assume like they'll come on and they're like, Joe, Cheap Trick is coming. I know you must be a big fan. And I'm like, I will fucking take this fucking computer right now, drive to your house and jam it up your fucking ass. And they will start telling me about all these bands. And I like this. Dream Warriors is a great song from them, but they're just so far removed from like, it's not a band I'd go see live anymore. Like, I can't relate to the audience. I just can't fit in with that crowd anymore. I don't act my age, as we know, which is not who the fuck I am. But I'm glad to hear all these choices and never, ever, ever, ever be ashamed of the music you love. It's my biggest message nowadays. It's like, I listen to shit. Like, I love Britney Spears. I'll put on Toxic. I'll listen to that fucking song 5 times in a row.
Oh yeah.
You guys should cover a Britney Spears song. That would be fucking sick.
We should.
And Slap, that'd be so cool.
That might bang. That might bang.
Slap.
I'm down.
Cover fucking Toxic with Slapknutz so I could get on stage. I'll put my short shorts on. I'll bend over. I'll start dancing around. I got no shame.
Deal.
All right, do it. I'm doing it. I got no dignity. I just got the looks. That's what I got. I got to go with them. So I got to do what I got to do. Britney Spears, amazing artist. But back to you guys and your fucking band. What are we working on? You've got a lot of music. You said you got to get out there. How is that going? How's the process when do you guys argue when you record? Is it a nice synergy or you want to fucking kill each other?
It's pretty chill.
Yeah, I would say it's easy because once all of us are like in there, everything is practically done. Like the song is how it is. Like we've already hashed out. Oh well, how about like we do this there? Like all of that stuff is already done. It's
Good.
so it's when we're in there, it's just all right. He knows his parts. He knows his parts. It's just the actual process of like recording. There is no like, oh, like, I'm gonna try this instead. Like all that stuff is already taken care of. So it's just easier. It's so easy. Our producer too is a huge help. Hey Lucas, he helps us out a lot.
Nice. And another thing I got to ask now, because we keep talking slap. By the way, those of you that watch this, Slapknutz is a fucking must-see. It's the funnest yet most violent. I was excited but nervous and scared when the baseball. It was. You don't know if you're gonna survive this. They're fucking wailing shit at you with stickers. I think I got a Rice fucking Krispie bar. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm like, do I?
You
eat
absolutely
this thing?
did.
And I did eat that thing, and then I put the sticker on my wall fucking somewhere. What do you prefer playing live? Where are you most comfortable? Which band?
100% 6. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
656.
Yeah.
When-
I would say 6.
When you're up there just causing fucking World War XII and there's assaults and we're all nervous. And a nice thing when I was at that show, one of the fucking security guards at the Palladium, this guy fucking loved me, was guarding me like I was a national fucking treasure. It was the great, anyone that would come near me.
That's
This
awesome.
guy was just looking at him because the guys I was with was like, this guy thinks you're the fucking shit. I'm like, no, I am the shit, so he should think that. But I was glad because I'm like, the fucking thing hitting the fucking thing with the fucking thing, and then my brain's breaking, and I'm like, if this fucking bat slips, I'm gonna go see Grandpa in heaven or hell, probably.
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
do you get
it
that
is
hyped for that
crazy.
show? Because that is out of fucking control. I mean, I can't stress enough that people need to go. And you draw a fucking crowd, which is fucking sick.
Yeah. Slap, I mean, we only bring it back every so often. We like to put it in retirement a lot of time and then
Okay.
take it back out,
Yep.
for fun here and there.
Yeah.
Kind of just when we get like decent offers, like the Palladium or something wants us back. But
Yeah.
like the stage, we just did a show there this past Friday. We added some new shit to it, and it's like it got even more ridiculous than it was when you
sick.
saw us. So
So
it's like
sick.
for the kids. It's like for like the youth because it's all brain rot. The entire show is just brain rot. So there's all memes in it. Everything is a joke, and people go crazy. So.
I got
it's
fucking
fun.
addicted. I got addicted to that fucking brain rot shit on TikTok with the fucking guy that was like a baseball bat and shit, and the fucking.
Oh, took so hard. Yes.
I got
I
so
love that.
fucking psychotically obsessed, and I'm showing everybody like half my age. Like I'm showing. I'm such a fucking child. It was the greatest shit. And like the guy's he's getting arrested. I'm like, this bat needs to be arrested. He's assaulting this fucking chick because she's sleeping with the guy that's a shark. And then there's the alligator fucking airplane. And I got so deep into this shit. And I'm like, fucking like, is this shit real? Is the universe real? Have I hacked into another dimension? Because I feel like I belong here.
It's a
That's
culture.
the-
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's
It
so
is a
much fun.
culture, yeah.
And
6
that's sick
we
you
try
bring
to
that.
keep it out of,
You
for
do.
the most part. But slap is where all the shit goes into. All the like the Minecraft movie was a big one this past week.
Nice.
So I mean, yeah. So yeah, 6 is like our our child, and slap is like the child the fucked up cousin you only see like a couple times a year,
Yeah.
and like
He lives in the attic, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
You know
That's
it's
what
going to
makes
be a good
Slapknutz so
time, but you're like,
great.
it has to go back away, right? Like, I can't have this around me 24/7. This ain't healthy.
Yeah, I know.
There's
It's
a reason
crazy.
it only comes back every 1 or 2 months.
Yeah, right. Every few months it has its appearance.
It's
It's
ugly
a-
appearance.
Who came up with all the fucking like throwing fucking Rice Krispies and hammers at us and fucking fucking vanilla ice cream. I don't know what was being thrown at me, but I just was ducking
The
around.
Goldberg
I was
machine.
grabbing shit with one hand. I was like Michael Jordan throwing shit back to other people.
Ham
Who comes
sandwiches
up?
and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that came from probably my end for the most part. A lot of it, like the ones like Burger King crowns that happened at a show
The
once. And
Burger King crowns are fucking sick. That's one of my favorite fucking things.
yeah, it's a little awkward when before a gig you have to go to Burger King and like, oh, can I have 20 crowns? And they think you're like having a birthday party for like
Right.
your niece or nephew or some shit or your kid, and like, nah, I want it for me. But yeah, like all that stuff came from that. And then our old percussionist used to make sandwiches during a Heretic Anthem. He would make fucking like cheese or ketchup sandwiches
that's
and give them out to
amazing.
people. You know, so
Yeah.
it's just we got multiple screws loose with that for sure.
It works. It works because the
Yeah.
show is so violent and chaotic. I literally was like, I couldn't fucking believe it. I was like, what is this? Because I wasn't sure. You don't know. I'm like, just gonna get up there, play the songs, and move on. I'm like, you're putting in 1,000% stage show, which you could get away with just playing Slipknot. You know what I mean? But you've got such a frenzy that goes on there, and I got to tell you, the people go fucking nuts to grab this because it's just like free merch, right? And we're all fanboys
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
end of the day, so you're getting free shit.
Yep.
Actually,
Exactly.
with that now, Sixes we're starting to do that. Some of the shows we're throwing out like T-shirts and some like stuff during our song "Livid" when we have that for the Wall of Death and "Livid." We do that. We have our drummer Dom. He did it at the last show in the city, New York City. He went out there and we threw out some shirts. And people went ape shit for him, so it's kind of cool. It's like we're using Slab as a test dummy, and then incorporate the cool parts into Six.
So sick, and it's something that people do appreciate, and like getting those freebies when you're out there watching a band is one of the greatest things in the world, right? It's something they'll never forget. They really appreciate. And that's another thing that people got to know about bands. That you got to spend money. Everything's not fucking making money, everybody. And same with content creators. I'm going up to the New England Death Metal Funtime Bonanza the first time I'm doing a merch booth, and I like went fucking balls to the wall with banners and shit because I'm metal horror man, I can't help myself. And I got a lot of freebies. I'm just going to give the fuck away. I'm just going to give away and just keep spreading the fucking word like a disease, like an STD. Metal Mom episode we'll talk about again. What I want to know, the last thing here we'll go over is, let me know the greatest success of 656 and one thing, the greatest failure that you overcame that made you even stronger.
When do you guys start? We're just gonna have to think about this.
Personally, I would probably say play or opening up at the Milwaukee Fest. That was pretty gnarly. We all met and saw like all of our favorite bands, like all of our heroes and idols and all that shit. That I think was like pretty cool. Was like wow, like we like all of us had like all the passes, like all the backstage passes. Like just like having that and that whole thing, like we felt like okay, all right, like it is doable, like being in a band of whatever kind of standing that plays at all these fests that have like all the backstage passes, like it felt like we had a huge step forward.
I agree. And then if you have to take that high, what was your low? And you clearly overcame it because you guys are fucking you're on the verge. It's not even a maybe. It's not even a fucking maybe to me.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Oh man, the only thing I can think of is we played a show in Agawam, right?
Yeah.
At the tank.
God,
At the tank.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna bring this up. We do not talk about this. Like all of us know that we do not talk about this set, show, night at all. The stage was like half a rug, on the floor, so there was no actual like stage.
Wow.
And it was this big room. And if it was filled, it would have been awesome. But there was nobody there, and the dude that organized it all like handled it like super poorly. The band who played, or the opening band, took way too long tearing down, which then our older drummer, he had a huge kit, so he was like, oh well, like I still need time for, I still have to set up. So it was like our set was, God, it had to be cut by at least like 10 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
It was empty. The sound was awful. It was just not good. It was like everything that was able to fail, like failed. Like it was just not a good set. It was a rough night. We had another set where we headlined, and all the opening bands had all these people there, and then when it was our turn, everyone left. So so we were all like, oh sick, there's like so many people here. And then we played a song and saw everyone there still, and it was like after each song, more people left and more people left. So that like hurt a little bit.
Yeah, but you overcame it, and that's the thing. Like
like it happens. It happens. We'll have other shows in the future. Like it's not like, oh, we had a bad show, our band sucks.
Nope, it's not that.
We should probably quit. No, it's all right, cool. Like we'll have hundreds of more shows probably. Like it's not a big deal.
So important for people to hear that again. I went with a band one time that they had that happen to them, and it was, you could tell it was just destroying their soul. And I was just like, you're fucking here. You played unreal. It was next. It's not your fault at all. It was multiple things. It was, again, like you talked about, a venue. It was the day of the week. It was a fucking like blizzard. There was so much going on, and I'm like, you still came out and destroyed. So I'm glad when you share stories like that, because that's what separates everybody. Because there are bands that will just break up after that. That people will leave the band over that shit. I've seen this multiple times in bands coming up, and that's great advice. That's just great to hear that you over fucking came it. You brushed it off.
Keep fucking playing. Keep fucking playing. Like if I don't want to sound like I'm some guy who, I'm in this band and we play all the, like we're all still, in the local scene and all that. But I mean, if I could like have any kind of advice, keep fucking playing shows. It doesn't matter where. It doesn't matter who's there. We play the fucking show.
Sick advice. Who wants to go next?
Sean, maybe for now. I'm still thinking.
Okay, well, I just want to add on to what Brandon said about
and
the
you
tank.
can. That's fine too.
Like the show at the tank, that was last May of 2024, and that was my first show with 6.
Really?
And not only my first show was 6, that was my first show ever.
Holy shit.
In a band, yeah.
My first show just ever performing at all.
Wow.
With a group of people, and the fact that it wasn't a great experience, of course, but it's like you keep going, like Brandon was fucking saying. And then we had the next show we had, my second show ever, was main stage at Toad's Place.
See?
That's right. Yeah, our next show
fucking one, and
that,
it's just like it's a fucking scale, and it just changes.
And that's another. I mean, you could have right there been like, "Fuck this." You could have. That happens. I have seen that happen, and I've seen like the guy. I've seen people quit music over that. Not even just the band. I could think of 2 fucking people I know that just were like, they were done forever, and that breaks my fucking precious little metal heart because you can't stop. You never, because then you sit around like these old jank fucks with their black coffee and their news. Oh, I should have tried music. I should have tried it. Yeah, then you're like every other piece of shit. 98% of the population focus on all this other bullshit instead of doing what's passionate. And by doing that and sharing this story, if you influence one fucking person and keep them playing, that's a great feeling to have. That is a great feeling to have, to know you're helping somebody like that. And they need to hear it, because the other thing is, as you know, with the scene, it's very competitive. We talked, you know, off the record in Milwaukee, where it's just like there's good and bad out there, right? And we've been exposed to both. And it's nice that your message is good and overcoming adversity is good. And you can't fucking, there's no point in quitting. We're not here that long. Why fucking quit? Why let a bad experience? You learn from it and you come back stronger. And like you said, you were at the bottom and then all of a sudden you're at the top. Like one show is this, the next show, and that's fucking life. That's life. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
There's ups and downs, and the
No
downs
quitting.
Shit. Yeah, and if you quit, you don't want to quit in life, everybody. That doesn't end well. So why would you quit a fucking band or something that you're passionate about and keep fucking going? And I love, just so much respect for you guys to even talk about that, because I could tell, besides all your mannerisms, I could hear when you're talking about it. It was traumatic. It was traumatic, and to share that with people, takes balls.
brutal.
It really
PTSD.
does. Yeah.
Yeah. That was not nice.
No, yeah.
Anything else, Rich?
Rich?
You got anything?
Yeah. I have two things for the high point.
Okay.
So the first one is a real instance. It's when we played main stage at Toad's Place. I
Yeah.
think that was a really big accomplishment for us.
Sick.
Yeah, and the other part of the highs is like kind of where the band is right now. I think we're at a really, really good place, and I'm like, I have to like secretly be really excited because, like Brandon said, we have so much unreleased music and we have some
Yeah.
really good stuff, especially for the next EP. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I think a low point, it's not like one little thing that happened, but it's like in the past, before all these other guys were in the band, and it was just me and Ty pretty much. It was like relying on cast members a little bit too much.
Okay.
That didn't share the vision that we had.
Yep.
And so once they would leave, they're like, "Oh, I don't want to do music. Oh, I don't want to do this." It just crumbles. So, yeah, I think the fact that we're here today, like better than we ever were, and we had since 2020 to do this, is really great. Really, really great to me.
That, and you just said something that just struck a chord with me too, because that's the other thing. It even happened to me with the podcast here. I had some people helping that had no commitment. So I'd be like, we got to record. And they'd be like, we can only record one day per month. And I'm like, that's not going to fucking happen. Like, I have all these different bands and different schedules. And it would be like, I want to do X, Y, and Z, and like getting the merch. And it was just holding me back. And you sit back for a second, you're going, and again, you don't have to hate the person. You don't have to go to war. But it's like, this isn't working. And I had that conversation. And I'm like, I think you if you want to keep doing it, but we have to do X, Y, and Z. That's crazy. This ain't good. Like, I balance, right, a corporate fucking job. I've got 3 different social media platforms. I do live appearances. I'm working on merch now. I'm relentless. I record every day. I'm networking with bands. I have no time. I have no fucking time, and I don't care. And I have to be surrounded around people like me that see that. They see that bigger fucking vision. And I know. I had a band back in the day. This was way before Metal Hard Madman. I knew this guy, and he had a band, a local band in Rhode Island, and they're like, we want a manager. And I was always outgoing like this, and I was always like someone that wasn't afraid of rejection. So I'm like, let me try and book you guys some shows. And I'm like pulling teeth, and I'm bullshitting, I'm lying to venues. I'm doing whatever I have to fucking do to get them at a venue. And I get them a gig in Atlantic City, like at a casino. I'm like, this is fucking sick. And I'm like, they'll either you could go in as the cover band or go in as your band. It's just, it's not going to draw a ton of people, but it's just great to do. And he was down, and the other 3 band members were like, but then we have to take a day off of work, and we're going to lose money to fucking rent a van. I was like, at that point is when I told them I was done. I was like, that's it. Like, this is insanity. And I walked
Yeah,
away. And
that's nuts.
dude, it's more common than you think. Like, I know some bands right now on the rise where I'm talking to like someone from the band and they're like, so and so of the band doesn't want to play this show, and I'm like, that's a big fucking artist. You need to play that show. Well, they said it's not really our type of music. That's a big artist. Go play the fucking show. And it's more common than you think. Like, it really is. And I'm glad you guys are gelling.
That's crazy.
It's out there. I have one right now that's fucking pissing me off because I'm really tight with this one band member. And I'm like, I'm trying to get in his ear. I'm talking about like a legacy. It's a member of a band from a very big band, from a huge fucking band. And I'm like, yes, do that show. And then his band, the lead singer's like, no, because who's going to remember this guy? I'm like, everybody's going to remember this guy. And I can help promote this thing because it's my wheelhouse. I know.
What does it matter, though?
I know.
I just have like an ideology where it doesn't matter who else is playing, where it is. If you put on a show, they will care. Like, whoever heard you or whoever was there, it'll impact them. So, like, I don't get all the, oh, well, like, it's not like, you know, our type of music, or like, oh, well, you know, like, it's not the, it doesn't matter. Like, you have a venue and a stage, play the fucking show.
Right. And I'm glad you're sharing that. And I want to share my two quick. I thought we'd be quick in here, but we'll never fucking quick when we hang and talk. My two fucking biggest ones. My number one, and I mean, I talked about as I'm processing this, it's actually the same as yours. Getting on stage at Milwaukee Metal Fest, and then us kicking everything fucking off. And like I said, I got such manic, invincible energy. You guys saw me. I was on the ropes, and we did the fucking Slayer, and I don't give a shit, as you see, everybody's watching. All eyes are on us, and I have no fucking fear. And that was the time. I had my doubts going there. Like I said, I don't like to fucking fly. I didn't fly. I flew once before, and that was 7 years ago. And now I'm like, I'm flying. For the same reason what we're talking about. I've got opportunities, and I am not going to not try. I got to fucking do it. It's the only thing I fucking know. And that whole event turned into the greatest experience in my life. Just like you guys seen our heroes there. I had the fucking thing with Frozen Soul was doing their sound check, and I walk in, and they start screaming Slayers, the followers.
That's cool.
That's awesome. That's so
dude.
fucking cool,
and
man.
Sam sees me up there, and I throw the horns up to her. She throws them back, and then they start playing Rain and Blood during the sound check. So now I go into ballistic mode, and I'm running around the fucking theater. There's people yelling to me from the fucking balcony, and I'm putting on and it was all from, like I said, the hype. I even love the adrenaline of almost missing to get to announce you guys. I thrive in chaos. I'm one of those people. When things are super chaotic, I'm normal. When they're not super chaotic, I get in a lot of trouble. I got to watch fucking booze. I got to watch spending. I got to watch everything. That moment was life-changing for me. And also, just like you guys, we took our brands nationwide, and we were a huge success. And nothing but bigger things are going to keep coming from that. And my bottom one is one that was like, in hindsight, stupid, but I have this thing when I tell followers or bands or anybody, and you guys know this about me, if I say I'm going to do something, I have to do it. Like, I have to do it. I have to do it. And I told everybody I was going to be at King Diamond at Halloween up in Boston, and I was going to do it, and I said I was going to do it. All my close followers, and I literally had a mental breakdown at that time. I had some shit going on in my life I could not overcome, and I didn't go. And, that's fine. And actually, Liz Selfish from Brat when she was on a pod, she was like, sometimes you got to learn to say no, and sometimes you're going to let people, and that's all cliched. But you got to grasp that. I got so upset I was letting everybody down, so depressed. I went into this spiral, this horrible mental spiral, just abusing myself every which way. And in hindsight now, it seems crazy I did that, right? That seems crazy. Something happened. I had to worry about myself. If I don't worry about myself, Metal Hard, he's gone. I can't help any kids. I can't share the word.
He doesn't exist anymore. Yep.
Doesn't exist. And that was my biggest lesson. And at that point, I was doing I'm quitting. I really was. I was like, I'm done with this. I can't balance everything anymore. It's too fucking much. And then, when I go out to an event, as you guys see, it's a lot. I draw all attention to myself, right? I drop a fucking, here I am. Like, I want everybody to know. And I love it. But it's that build up like we talked about before you go. I used to have like, I'm not getting out of the fucking car. Fuck this shit. I'm just driving home. Like, who gives a fuck? And now I got stronger from all that. So thank you so much for sharing that story, because you just helped a lot of people that are on the grasp of, because I'm going to share that in my stories. We're going to get the podcast out. I'll put in some videos. You just helped some bands, some members that are on the ropes right now. And that's why you got to keep going. And you're also showing them you can manage 2 bands and you could make things happen when you know you're going to make some money with one thing and you could use that to help the other thing. And you guys have all the hype. You have all the momentum right now. I believe in you 1 million fucking %. It is, and guys, I wish I was just at the last one. I just have psychotic going on, especially with heading up to Maine right now. I don't know how I'm balancing this with my job. It is, everybody around me is like, he's on the brink right now. I'm like, no, I can handle it all. I got to make that happen. Parting words, what's next for both bands? Where can people find you? Let's hear about the fucking next stuff coming up for both.
There's a lot going on. I mean, we just filmed the video for the song Revolt from our EP yesterday, so that's be coming out in the next month or so. We have to just finish up another EP for hopefully another later release, like August, September. We're actually playing Whiskey A Go Go with 6 in August, opening up for a Slipknot cover band, ironically, out there. So
yeah.
So we're flying out like mid-August for that.
That's
and
sick.
you know, just up from here. And with Slap, we're doing the Nutfest Roadshow weekender this upcoming weekend. We're doing Webster and a place in Lancaster, PA called Tell Us 360, and Tafeta and Lowell, Mass. We're playing, so it'd be pretty cool. We actually have 6Five6 and Slap double duty on Friday
Sick.
at Webster.
At the Webster, yeah.
Amazing.
And from the word I got from the Palladium, look out for something with Slap, another headliner for like fall up there. They want us back, so
Okay, and if you just hit me up with stuff, the sooner you could send it to me, the better. Anything you guys need, I mean that. Anything I can do, I will try and fucking do. I'll be at your show. I'll announce. But you need me to do any fucking thing I can help with, connecting with different people. You guys are in with me. I believe in the product, both products. I've watched it live.
Thank you.
Thank
Dude,
you.
it's you guys are at a level. Good things are going to happen. Do not fucking lose the course right now. You've overcome everything. You see how tight you are up there, how excited you guys are up there playing. The fucking momentum, the fucking hype. Madman loves you. Madman loves all of you. Loves the bands. Got to hang on a personal level. These are good guys. They're trying to do the best they can, and they fucking keep going, and they won't fucking stop, and they won't be stopped. And I want to be at some of these shows to support you some more. I just need a heads up because, as you can imagine, I'm severely unorganized. It's a fucking... I don't know how I've gotten where I've gotten. I was just like, oh, shit. I got to pick up my hats, my merch. Like, I fucking totally forgot completely. I need him in like 2 days. It's fine, everybody. I do what I do. But... mad love and respect. Any other parting words?
Just thank you for all you've done for us. That pep talk you gave us at Milwaukee. That was one of the highest points I think I felt in this band was that pep talk you gave us right before we went on and right afterwards and stuff. It was like the greatest, go get them fucking attitude you could ever get.
Yeah, I
from a
agree.
band.
I agree. I appreciate you and like all of you, like your words, like helping us out on stage, just everything about you. Thank you.
That means a lot to me. I really do appreciate it. Even with all my confidence, as you could imagine, I'm an older guy in the scene here. You know what I mean? I got to fucking stay true. You have some haters sometimes. And I'll slap the shit out of some. I'll get Slapknutz to do it. But what I'm saying, because any pussy that wanted to put anyone fucking down can go fucking... Actually, I'll fuck their mother. I'll teach them a lesson. So the good thing, guys, is you're on the rise. You bring the brutality. You've got the stage presence. Love you fucking guys. Anything I could do, you let me know. If I could be there, I'll be on stage. If you want me off stage hyping the crowd, whatever you need to do. I love the scene. I love real people. I've met some gems like you. I met some real dipshits I'll never fucking talk to again. And I'm there for the real people. It's been inspiring what you've said. You're helping a lot of people out. Thanks for that invite in Milwaukee again. Again, one of my